So we had an encounter with the Tuk Tuk Mafia on the way over here. We're at the ferry port right now. We're going to Bohol, so we're leaving Sikihor. But on the way, ooh, snack. So basically, I guess tuk-tuks and taxis have their own zones here, and they're not allowed to pick up from other zones. So ours came into someone else's zone. He got super upset. It was actually pretty entertaining to watch. Anyways, we made it safe and sound, and the tuk-tuk guys worked it out on the boat to Bohol. So the island of Bohol is actually substantially larger than the island of Sikihor, but we're only gonna spend one day here. So yesterday I had to say goodbye to a lot of our group. I'm still with Nick and Marie, but the rest of them we had to say goodbye to as our travel plans differed. They're actually coming here to meet us today, but then we're splitting up again. I have to say that seems like one of the hardest parts about backpacking so far is that you meet these awesome people and you have so much fun, but you just have to say goodbye eventually, and you probably won't see them again after your trip. It sucks, but it's the life. There's something about kittens that is just cute. Look at their faces. It's adorable. So we have 3 more new friends.
Are you studying?
Ophir and Peleg and Jordan. So the 3 of us, 4, 5, 6 are renting bikes. Destination number 1 was about a 2-hour drive, or an hour and a half, and now we are headed to the Tarsier Conservation Camp. Now the Tarsier is a local animal specifically on Bohol, and it is like the cutest thing ever. It's basically just an animal with gigantic eyes. So this obviously is just a picture, but look at that thing. Look at its eyes. That is a weird animal. Nick, what is more strange, the Tarsier or a goat? Oh. Nick thinks goats are extremely weird, and they are really strange. Rules to follow: do not touch the Tarsier, and no flash. Okay, I can do that. But look at this. So we've been in the Philippines for like maybe 6 days, and I've never seen this, but we finally got a $200 or 200 peso bill. It has a Tarsier on the front, and the chocolate hills, which we'll see later. Yeah, we've been here for a while, and this is the first 200 bill I've seen. Didn't know they existed. So I think the deal is that this is a conservation camp, therefore they're not like in cages, they just are conserved and protected here. So I have no idea where we find them, but we've got to be quiet. Tarsier number 1. It's right there. Fun fact, Marie just found out that Tarsiers can't see very well during the day. Are they nocturnal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they're nocturnal, and they see best at night, well, because they're awake. So they don't get scared with all the people walking by. So this Tarsier Conservation Camp is definitely one of the more ethical animal camps we've seen. As the animals aren't caged or forced to be here, the Tarsiers just sit there in the trees, and so they're kept safe away from predators and away from people kind of abusing them or taking advantage of them for personal gain. So they just charge an entrance fee, and then people here look after the Tarsiers. Such cute animals, man. I think that must have been one of the most cute cinematics I've ever shot. Oh my gosh. We can all be Tarsiers now.
Or have Tarsiers on our head.
With the sunglasses, it's perfect. Anything Tarsier you want, they got it. You want a paper holder? They got you covered. Want some decoration? Oh, they got you. A neck stuffy? They got you. A keychain? Don't worry about it. You feeling like having some fun? How about a Tarsier shot glass? So right beside the Tarsiers, we have this restaurant called the Basak Bistro. It's brand new, and they're feeding us all of this food.
It's amazing, all for free.
All for free.
It's so much fun.
You gotta come visit. And it's all a family, and you guys love food.
Yes.
And they're so kind. They're right beside the Tarsier, so if you're here, you gotta check them out. They're very nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Oh my gosh, so the next site is the Chocolate Hills. So many hills. So if you can't tell already, the Chocolate Hills are basically these hills located on on Bohol, that are just so plentiful. We're gonna climb up there and see the viewpoint, but just there's so many random small hills. It's weird, but it's like a world-known thing, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty gray today, but I'm sure you can get the idea. Those things just go on forever. So the ongoing theory for why these are called the Chocolate Hills is because they look and resemble Hershey's Kisses. No idea how factual that is, but we're gonna go with it. It's so weird. It actually is called the Chocolate Hills because during the summer they turn brown and they look like Hershey's Kisses. Nick was right. Noah from the future here checking in. And before I end off this video, I just want to take the time to answer a question that I've been getting quite a lot recently, actually. And it's a good question to answer. I never really talk about financials other than the odd remark of how much things cost here and there. But I've been getting the question a lot on how much does a trip like this cost you? And I thought it'd be a really good way to end off this video. So I'm just going to be straight to the point. I know there's lots of these videos on the internet that just ramble on. To the point, it costs me roughly, or I budget roughly 40 to 50 Canadian dollars a day. And you can do the conversion to whatever currency you want there. But that's what I'm budgeting. The easiest way and what I have most to say is that when you travel Southeast Asia in particular, you can really vary how much you want to spend. You can definitely spend a ton of money just like anywhere else in the world. But the luxury of Southeast Asia, if you call it a luxury, is that you are able to actually spend a lot less than you would anywhere else in the world if you want to, and if you're able to live like that. For example, if you're okay with eating chicken and rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can take care of all of your food for like 2 or 3 Canadian dollars a day, which is insane. However, if you want filet mignon at a 5-star restaurant for every single meal of the day, you'll be paying up there just like you would anywhere else. But like I said, that's the thing. Southeast Asia, you have the option to maybe treat yourself some days and not others. So that is an amazing part about Southeast Asia and why it works really well for people who are on a budget, for students, for anyone who can't spend a ton of money. For example, if I went to Europe and did this, my budget would have to be way more than it is right now. My budget would cover dorm probably and maybe a meal. But yeah, safely, Southeast Asia, 40 to 50 Canadian dollars a day. Some days are more, some days are less. But the way I spend and the way I budget and the way I track food and all that stuff, it works out to be roughly that, including food, drink, transportation, and activities. So I hope that helped. I hope that cleared things up. I really just want to be transparent with you guys and help you do a trip like this if you so choose to, because it honestly has been one of the, actually, probably the best experience of my life. It's helped me grow so much, learn so much, and do so much. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you all in another one.
Navidad.